Hi, my name is Keith and I'm known as a Florida Stone Man, and today I'm going to be talking to you all about meditation and things you can do when you don't feel like meditating. Now this video is going to be specifically focusing on just that, and this is a really cool video topic because this is going to help a lot of people, because I do find a lot of people in the past month especially, I don't know if it's the Mercury retrograde or what, but a lot of people are like, I don't feel like meditating at all, I don't feel like doing anything. Well, if you don't feel like doing anything, there's a problem. But, well, some days you can just not do anything because sometimes you need to recharge. But even when it comes to meditation, there's certain ways around that as well, because everyone's meditation is different. There's no set way in meditating. There's no one way of meditating. I've taught meditation videos in the past, but every kind of meditation will be different for you. Now, there's different things you can do when you don't feel like meditating. Now, if you don't feel like meditating, you don't have to. But I highly suggest you still stick to a schedule. You still be consistent. You still, if you have to miss a meditation out of your schedule because you're just flat out not into it, it's okay if you miss a day. Now, your guides, your ancestors, I work with angels, so I'm only teaching about angels. When it comes to that, working with angels, they expect you to be on a schedule when it comes to your meditation. It helps them really know what time to be like, okay, I'm going to download all this information to this person, my person, because the angels view you as their person. Like, oh, I love you. Basically, they're just full of love. And like, okay, now it's 12 o'clock, now it's time to meditate. So they'll just be waiting for you. That's why sometimes at like 12 o'clock, or not 12 o'clock, a very specific time of day when you guys meditate, you'll just be feeling like onset of meditation coming. So you'll be like the throbbing of the head. You'll feel like kind of the wooziness. It's like they're like, okay, we're waiting for you to meditate because we're about to do some downloads, and they'll show you some really cool things during meditation once you consistently meditate. But what happens when you don't feel like meditating? Like, you don't want to meditate. Like, maybe some days you have too much energy. Maybe some days you have too little energy. It happens to me. I'll be coming home from the gym and I'll be like, hematite, red jasper, bloodstone, carnelian, because I'll be amped some days and I'm just like, today was a chest day. Today was a chest day. And I'm supposed to sit down and meditate. I'm like, okay, maybe later. Sometimes, because not every chest day is different. I mix it up. I add different things to the chest day, or just back day, or whatever kind of exercise I'm doing. Maybe it depends on how amped I am, or what kind of exercises I've done, or what kind of food I've done, if I've had more coffee, etc. But what happens when I just don't feel like meditating at all? Because, Florida Stone Man, you meditate all the time, right? Yes, I do, but I'm human, so some days I don't feel like meditating just because I'm human. Now, some people will be like, oh, I like to meditate every single day because I can't. Well, everyone's different, but what if you really want to meditate, but you're really not connected to the energies of meditating? Well, here's a backup. Sometimes you don't have to meditate, but it's still good for you to meet with your guides around that exact time, just to keep them in the schedule. Sometimes they can get messages and downloads to you simply by you just showing up. Like, you'll just have things pop in your third eye. Like, you'll see things in your third eye like, oh, I wonder, what is this? And there's some very interesting information that angels will share. Angels are not gossipy. They will not share extra information. That's why when you work with angels, you're not going to be like reading everyone you come across. Yeah, with certain angels, they'll be able to help you identify energies and etc. But angels are really devoted to helping you and to helping you grow and unlocking your spiritual abilities and so on. Now, when it comes to, let's just say, today it's time for meditation. I really don't feel like meditating. Oh God, what am I gonna do? Oh Lord, because just fully connect to God in meditation, and then you connect to your guides and your angels, etc. So what happens when you don't feel like meditating? Here's what you do. You still do the meditation, but here's the thing. You switch up how you meditate. Now, if you go to the gym, sometimes working out is meditative. Ooh. What do you mean? What's Stone Man onto here? Well, I'm going to tell you right now. So you get to the gym, you don't feel like, some days you don't feel like working out. Same thing with meditation. You don't feel like working out your third eye. You don't feel like exercising your abilities. Sometimes you're just like, I just want to chill. And you can. You actually can. Some meditations, you can actually chill during meditation. I'm about to rip this necklace off. You guys see me pulling and tugging on this so many times. I had one of my angels whisper in my ear, that thing's gonna break when you least expect it. I'm like, because I keep pulling on it. It's like very secure, but I keep pulling on it. I'm just so passionate. I'm actually gonna redo this one in the future so it perfectly fits. But That's actually something you can do during meditation as well. You can work on certain things that you want to do. Maybe if you have something, and just include your guides, include your angels. Be like, hey, to my angels, because angels at least work with things on this planet. When it comes to working with angels, what you do is invite them to do what. Maybe you're researching, maybe you're studying, maybe you're reading the Bible, maybe you're reading a book. Invite them with you, and just take that time to spend with your angels. And I don't like the word spend. To spend implies you don't get it back. You don't get your time back. Well, with angels, the time comes back with the connection you have with angels. But it's just find something else to do during your meditation time. Maybe if it's homework, as crazy as it sounds. If it's homework, if it's an art project, get your guides in, get your angels in, because your angels like to be a part of everything you do, but this is a very specific time as to where you can include them. Now, are you going to do this for every single meditation? I recommend not, because this meditation is specifically to help you open your abilities, to help you connect with your guides, etc. But if you're not in the mindset, mind frame, etc. of flat out meditating, then guess what you'll do? Now you'll include your guides. How cool! And you'll actually be studying, you'll be reading, etc. And things will just be popping out at you. And you're like, whoa, okay, hello. So I research and I study all day, because as a spiritualist and a teacher and someone who's pointing people to light and directing people to working with angels and actually hearing angels and basically feeling angels, unlocking angels' energies, and being able to do more with angels, empowering people to work with their guardian angels, now there's a whole set of people on this planet who are now working with angels, and those people working with angels who know how to identify angels from other entities apart will tell other people, and then it will spread. And so that's my message. I'm really, by the end of this life, I am not just hoping, I'm going to achieve having many people working with angels, because too many people work with demons and have no idea what they're doing, especially when it bites them in the butt towards the end, when they realize a demon is not good on its word, or they don't acknowledge pacts. Or because you'll make I'm not saying you guys, certain people will make pacts with demons, like, the demon lied, it was so nice and then it lied. I'm like, because it's a demon. What do you expect? Oh, I'm laughing at it, but it's kind of sad. You see certain celebrities will sell their souls and they'll be like, it's not my soul anymore. I don't get to do things I want to do. I'm not in control. Well, you sold what? And people are like, it's impossible to sell your soul. No, it's not. It's just that the enemy has to value your soul and to take it. So if you have a soul of no value to the enemy, then why is the enemy good? No. It's gonna make a whole different video about that in the future. I'm very excited about that video topic. And I've been making some certain predictions about that. All of them have been coming true. You can watch my previous videos to look at those predictions. But back to this topic. What if you want to find out more information on something I just taught about? You will go to your guides, your angels. During meditation, you'll talk to your angels. And remember, when you talk to your angels, you have to talk with God first. You're not talking to angels unless you ask God to talk with them first. You're not going around God. God made angels. God made the earth. God made the heavens. God made everything. Absolutely everything. You can't go around God. That's not how things work. And so once you connect with the energies of, you fully focus on your connection with God, and then you ask the angels to come in. Your guardian angel's there, St. Michael's there, whoever you call upon is there. If it's an angel, and your energies are pure and sincere, and use crystals such as black tourmaline and selenite around you, and angelite and celestine, then you have an atmosphere of just angels. Just angels. Now, during meditation, and I'm going to teach more future meditation videos in the future, if you would like to invite more angels into your meditation, you may burn a root such as Angelica root. Oh, Angelica root. I should have known. It's called Angelica. It's also called the Archangel root. I should have known. Do that during meditation. When you read your book on certain meditation days, you don't feel like meditating. Or maybe you just want to just do what you normally do around that time. Just include your guides along with it. So just stick to doing one thing. So if you're reading a book and you have to read the book because you have to read it, you just have to do it. Read the book. Include your guides. You'll know, and just pay attention to certain. In your third eye, you might just start seeing things, or just certain messages might pop up when you're reading the book, and things that might stick out to you that are actual messages from the book that have nothing to do with anything of spirituality, and it's just your day-to-day life. Now, just because you don't see something during meditation when you do one of these meditations doesn't mean you didn't feel it. Just because you didn't feel it didn't mean you didn't hear it. Just because you didn't hear it didn't, etc. So just open your senses, pay attention. It's gonna be awesome because it's gonna keep most of you meditating more long term. So the biggest thing with a lot of humans is consistency. So a lot of angels do know this, and this is why your angels don't get strengthened, is because a lot of people don't have the consistency of working with angels. So these angels will be like, oh, these humans are not very consistent. That's okay because we love them anyway. That's the wonderful thing about working with angels. And angels are wonderful to work with. They're very easygoing. They're fun. They like to laugh. Some of them are more serious than others, but they're very easygoing. So when you meditate with angels, it doesn't really matter because as long as you're putting in your time, and like I said, meditation's a lot more easy than people make it out to be. People like, and you may, and that's one thing you may do as well. You may watch guided meditations if some days, or maybe you just don't know how to meditate. I would go back and watch my meditation videos, and you find out how you can truly focus during meditation. Close your eyes and view into the darkness of your eyes. After this, you'll go into like a half sleep, half awake state. After this, you think you're asleep, but you're not asleep. Some of you are already gifted with this ability. You can step out your body. You can walk around. You might want to go to Rwanda or I'm kidding, but that actually does happen. So some of you will be astral traveling, and you'll be able to like get off the ground. You'll be like, okay, I'm able to do more things when I astral travel now. It just depends on your natural gift set and your abilities. You know, in the future, I'll be teaching astral traveling on my YouTube channel. I don't know how, because most people abuse it. You have to have an extreme amount of protections before you actually do that, and your guides have to be on board with that. If you're doing astral traveling without your guides, you're probably going to get a headache. You're probably going to have soreness all over your body because your guides are going to be like pushing you back into your body, being like, you're not ready. You're not protected enough. Okay, I'll teach you how to protect and how to do some astral. Maybe I'll teach that in the future, the very near future, because you guys are trying it anyway. Certain people don't admit it, but I end up knowing when people don't tell me when they're trying to astral travel or do astral abilities. I'm just here to help you, and I'll help you do it correctly, because it's not too hard, but there's different stages of it. There's astral projection, astral traveling, there's astral viewing. There's more than, actually way more than that. There is way more than, I find that the information online is not fully helpful and not fully accurate, and it's just limiting people. It's just like the people who have typed the guides have actually no experience on the astral traveling or astral viewing or any kind of astral technique as well. There's things that you can do where I'm going to teach you guys in the future because I don't want to give those secrets out on this video, but the secret to this video is for the people who watch the videos toward the end, you get the meatiest and best information towards the end of the video that actually helps you the most. So let's just say you have too much energy when it's time for meditation, and a crystal that my angel suggested for you guys during meditation is ruby. Whoa, and what kind of ruby? There's different there's different kinds of ruby. There's obtainable ruby, there's semi-obtainable ruby, there's a freakishly rare ruby, but if you can get your hands on some ruby, you'll use it during meditation. You'll put it on your third eye and you'll take a ride. So ruby subtracts too much energy. How do I say this? It doesn't subtract as in take away your energy. It levels you out. So if you have too much energy, then it's going to calm you down. If you have too little energy, it's going to speed you up. But if you're somewhere in between, it's going to help you be protected in that in between so that you don't go up or down and you don't fall out of stability when it comes to that working with that ruby. So your meditations are going to be nice and sweet. So I always suggest that you have angelite and celestine around you during meditation as well. Even if you're doing one of these, you can make names for meditations. You can have a certain day of the week where you're just like, okay, this is going to be a weird meditation day. And let's just say you're just so deep into the day where you forgot to meditate. Oh, great, it's almost time for bed. Well, it'll be 30 minutes before bed. And don't fall asleep during meditation. Do not fall asleep during meditation unless you plan on, you're actually using that to try some out-of-body exercises, etc. Because you can fall asleep without falling asleep, and you can do extra things which I'll be teaching in the future. But when it comes to meditating, you take the seriousness out of meditating. Like, so many people just stop meditating because they take it too seriously. It's like, okay, this is time for you to connect to God. This is time for you to connect to your angels, etc. When it comes to that, just have fun. It's fun. It's something that's enjoyable. It's like a playground activity with you and your angels, and because people take opening their spiritual gifts too seriously. They're like, oh, I have to open it. Okay, sometimes you do, like the claircognizance, and I'm going to talk about that in the future as well, because people break up gifts into too many different categories, but when you correctly open them, they all just crack open. So people will be like, okay, this is You might have this gift. You might have this gift. You might have this gift. When you open one, they all start cracking open. Like, cracking open. And then you start feeling like a crazy person because you have superhuman abilities that other people on this planet really don't have. Now, like, oh, I can see... And a lot more people in the upcoming future, especially with some of the planetary changes in 2024, woo, we have a lot more gifted people being born, and we have a lot more gifted people. We're going to have some adults, like full-fledged adults, just fully unlocking gifts out of nowhere in the year 2024. Quote me later on that. Some of you, there's a specific reason for that. And I'm getting good at astrology before I actually teach it. Let's just say you want to be meditating and tap into your abilities now before the year of 2024, because certain things are going to be... And you'll see why. It's a surprise. But if you have any questions, guys, ask them in the comment section. I hope this video helped you. This is a really fun video for me to make. I'm always feeling good, and I'm hoping you guys are feeling good as well. If you have any questions, like I said, ask them in the comment section. And this is a very fitting video because I did this video on a day where I didn't have a regular meditation, and it actually turned into a little bit of different meditation. I'm like, hey, I can kind of teach people what I do, because people think I'm perfect because I'm the Florida Stone Man. No, I'm human. Florida Stone Man. I'm not a stone. Well, that's not true. Okay. I'm partially stone. Well, I teach you guys how to utilize your abilities and unlock your abilities and to have fun with your spirituality. This is not as serious as you guys think. It's supposed to be fun. This life is fun. Start enjoying it and taking the seriousness out of it, and you'll notice a lot more gifts just accidentally open. The gifts that you least expect to open will open when you least expect them. Well, that's kind of quite a statement, but it'll be completely random. Yeah. If you have any questions, I'm going to make some future videos about how you guys can open abilities a little more, including the astral abilities, because I think it's time, especially with 2024 and some of the surprises happening in that year for this planet. We're going to be in for it. So if you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Ciao!